Hi, this is Coloring with Alena channel, and today I wanted to tell you about the pencil set sent for me for review by PrintWorks. And this is a set which they produced under their own brand, PrintWorks. The pencils were manufactured in China, and this is the maximum set of 24 colors for now. It is packed in very nice metal case. Here on the back side we have a full range of colors inside and a company address in Sweden and also some information about the pencil's quality. The manufacturer indicates that they are super soft and they have extra thick 4mm core, easy to sharpen without breakage, and they are long lasting. And sadly, manufacturer hadn't indicated what they are, oil based or wax based, but in my opinion, which I'll try to describe you later, they are more like oil based. At least they behave like oil based pencils. So let's have a look inside. Here inside the metal case we have some protection, and inside the metal case we have a plastic and our pencils. The pencils themselves are very pleasant to touch and to work with. They have a nice quality of the wood here. Let me show you. Very nice, smooth, and also very nice quality of the color cover of the pencil core and of golden prints. Unfortunately, we don't have the color names printed here, only the company names and indication of super soft pencils. But for such a small set, no names is not such a big problem, and I really love again that we have that cover here, very similar to our Faber-Castell polychromases. Let me show you my Prisma, PrintWorks and polychromases, and you can see that Prisma is the smallest one. Next we have PrintWorks, and the thickest, maybe about 2mm bigger than PrintWorks, is polychromas. And again here, so Prisma is the lightest and the smallest. I have to say that I really like the selection of colors. Sometimes it's very hard to value the smaller set like this one of 24 after you used to work with your 132 or 115 sets, and you always have a feeling that you lack some colors. But comparing the all sets of 40, maybe not all, but pencil set which I'm familiar with of 24 pencils, I have to say that this one has a really nice selection of colors. Let me show you which colors we have here. I'm working on ordinary print quality paper, nothing special. I hope that you already can see that colors are quite bright and clear, and when I started to use them, I definitely have an opinion that they are more oil based. They give you more transparent cover, not like Prismas where you get already on the first stroke very opaque color. Here we have thin, transparent, beautiful layers, just very similar to polychromases, maybe not so intense but still bright. They are soft, but definitely not the super soft. Comparing to Prismas, again they are much harder and maybe the same softness as polychromases. And they answer very nice to the pressure. You can see that I try to differ the pressure on the paper, and when I press harder, of course I get the brighter color. The quality of the core is good. They are not scratchy nor some scratchy pieces inside the core. No breakage even when I press hard. There are some differences between the color of the pencil and color which you get on the paper, and this is one of maybe the minuses of those pencils. You can see the difference between this one and this color. Not similar. And I really like that we have nice greens in this set. Very often we have in small set greens which are not suitable for coloring natural leaves, natural greens, but here they are quite nice. Even amongst only 4 green colors you can color very nice green combination of leaves. And I really like this one, this like olive green, and you don't find very often such a lovely olive green in small sets. Then the other very important color here is the one like flesh for coloring fair skin, and combining this one and this nice soft pink maybe with this one and this one, we perfectly can color fair skin faces and we get very nice effect. So this one is really treasure of the set. The selection of browns are also very nice. Again, not so dark as we got from the cover, but still nice. And this one also is red brown. And I like this color. And finally we have our black and gray, more like cold gray. So what I can say about the color selection? The first thing is that I like a dark red, deep red color. Here we have nice dark pink maybe, and this one is also red with a good mix of pinks, and I really prefer to have something like this color, clear dark red, and it would be very helpful in many mixes, and we don't have such a color here. And the second, that I really want to have a dark blue color, just like the cover of this pencil, and not like this. The other colors are very bright, nice, and I really love them. So, as I said, I think that they behave more like the oil-based pencils, so you get a lot of layers, transparent layers, and they mix very well even when you use just one layer of pigment. Let me show you something. For example, I think that they mix and are very nice, and I try to use my different burnisher just like I used to use it with my Prismacolors, but it didn't work very well. But instead I discovered that when I use the white pencil from the set, it really helps to make a smooth cover even with just one layer of pigment. So it doesn't change the color of the pigment. You know that when you use white color on top of dark colors, when you use Prismacolors, you can get a couple of shades lighter colors, but here the white pencil doesn't change the color of the pencil beneath. It only smooths the coverage, and it's also very useful, I think. Next thing I wanted to indicate that for some pencils it's hard to get a very intense color, like this one, bluish green. So this is the maximum which you can get from it. And for other pencils, you can really vary the intensity of colors. I press hard, I press lighter, and we have a nice difference even with the one pencil. Let's try to use eraser, and I will try on the red pencils. You know that reds are quite difficult to erase in all sets. They are very hard pigment to erase, but here we will have a relatively nice result. We can't erase it completely, but still, if we made some mistakes, it will be possible to cover this area with other color without changing your color chart. So it's also, I think, very positive result. I tried these pencils on two types of papers. Here I started in the English editions of Hanna Karlzon. I thought that a lot of you have English editions. You know that the paper in English edition has more more tools than the paper in Swedish edition. Swedish paper is extremely smooth, and I discovered that pencils work quite nice on both kinds of papers. Maybe on paper with greater tools, like here, they are a little bit brighter and they give out more colors, more pigment, even with one layer, but I still prefer to work with them on the paper from the Swedish book. And of course, I think the Swedish manufacturer, they oriented on the paper from their own books. And if you saw the review of this Maria Trolle book, you can see the speed coloring of this page. And I really like how it turned out. I will also put you speed coloring for them with the similar blue colors from this book and from that book, and you will be able to compare how I lowered my pencils. But I still think that on the smooth paper they work more interesting. You will able to get more thin transparent layers, and in the result the mixing is easier on the smooth paper. So, my final opinion, I really like this set. It's very nice for travel purposes. It's really nice for beginners to start with, because with this set you are able to color all range of pictures, from portraits to landscapes and flowers. And as I said, it's nice to travel in its sturdy case. And I like the quality, both the quality of the pencils, and I forgot to tell you that they are not as soft as Prismas, and they are more similar to polychromases. You don't have to sharpen them very often. I colored with them 2 pages and I haven't sharpened them, only one I think, to try the quality of the sharpening, and they maintain a nice thin point quite along, so you will be able to color with them small details. And my hope is that the PrintWorks will listen to us colorists and they will produce the larger set, because 24 isn't very good for the everyday use when you used to 150 sets, and these pencils are really deserve to be produced in larger sets. I hope that my review was useful for you. If you are interested, you can go to the printworksmarket site and purchase them, and the code for the discount will be in the info box below. I hope that you enjoyed this review, and I prepared another review of pencils for you, and it will be on air, I think, together with this video. Thanks for watching, enjoy your coloring, and stay with me for my next videos. Bye bye, have a nice day. you.